Hello and welcome to Turtle Power Pod. My name is Basem.
My name's Cranny. We're at Season 3, Episode 24, Mutagen Monster.
Mutagen Monster.
I got a prediction right out the gate.
Okay.
Krang has a new potion to make a monster that's half human, half lava beast to use against the turtles.
Wow.
I was thinking,
very specific.
I wanted to go specific.
Yes.
I figure Krang would have some sort of mutagen to make a monster. That's a given.
Okay.
Now, I'm like, what monsters does he have around? My first thought was mouse or rat, and I'm like, that's been done. That's played out.
Sure.
What else could it be? And I'm like, center of the earth, lava monsters, bingo.
That's kind of what the rock people are.
Yeah. Yeah, from Dimension X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rock warriors. That's
Rock
a good
warrior
prediction. Unfortunately, you were not right.
I was not right, but I'm okay with that.
I also got pretty in-depth with my prediction. You want to hear it?
Yeah, you seemed pretty happy with
I'm
yours.
really happy.
All right. Lay it on me.
Vehicle with chemicals spills on wildlife, mutates.
Ooh.
Shredder wants it as a weapon. Turtles free it / stop Shredder.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
Pretty damn close.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job.
Thanks. I am sick. This is Thanksgiving weekend. We hope you all had a happy Thanksgiving.
If you celebrate Thanksgiving, hope it was nice.
Yes.
If you don't, I hope it was a nice regular day.
Yeah.
And for those of you that woke up or started Black Friday shopping at 5, I think a little bit less of you. I worked at...
Because you have to start at 3 if you're a real professional shopper.
I worked at a very red retail electronics environment, like a whole city of electronics.
Well, they're out of business. You can say it now.
Yeah, I don't want to give it away.
Okay,
That's
I'm
enough.
sure we've said it.
I'm
before.
I'm sure people know, but I still won't
Okay.
say it. But I did 6 Black Fridays.
Good
Everyone took something away from me.
Why? What about it? Because I worked, I think, 2 Black Fridays
So
at Best Buy.
okay, so yours is probably close to mine. Mine, first of all, was usually a 13-hour day. My longest hour day, I did 2 of them were 18 hours long.
Wow.
18-hour shift. Because I had to be to work so early.
What time?
I believe I had to be there at 3:30
In the morning.
in the morning.
Yeah.
A.M. I'm used to working swing shift, so very often I wouldn't go to bed till like 3 in the morning because my shift wouldn't start till like 3 p.m. So I get off at like between like 10 and 11, and then I'd get home, and then I'd eat dinner and unwind, and then by the time I went to bed, it was about 3 a.m.
Yeah.
So basically, they're like, okay, what we're gonna have you do is we're gonna have you come in, right after a holiday,
Thanksgiving,
which, to be fair, is a pretty chill holiday usually. Depends on what you're doing, I guess.
Yeah, but it's not typically an early night holiday.
Right. It's a dinner holiday.
It's not like Christmas where you get everything done in the morning and then you basically have all day to do whatever you want.
I would dread Thanksgiving. I would dread Black Friday so much that I could not enjoy my Thanksgiving at all.
Sure.
And then like everyone else would want to stay out late and like have fun and commiserate and like drink. And I couldn't do that because I had to get to bed by like 8 p.m. so I could get up and go to work.
Yeah, so you get to eat for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then go to sleep.
And then basically get up, walk to work in pitch black. It was young and I lived close. And then so many customers were in such shitty moods the whole day.
Why do you think that is?
That's a good question, Basem.
Because they had to stop eating and go sit in line.
Right.
And sit in the cold weather.
Some of them would be in really good moods until you told them that, like, the TV they wanted doesn't we don't have it anymore. It doesn't exist in the store.
It was sold out, yeah.
Yeah. And they're like, you can't do that. It's false advertising. You're like, well, we had 130 of them.
We had them.
And then 130 people that wanted it more than you came in and they took it.
Yes.
They gave us money and they left. And now I don't have any more. So I can't physically give you one.
I don't understand. Why not? I want it. It says that you would have it. And I was here for that.
I woke up. Yeah. They'll be like, I woke up at 5 a.m. I got here at 5 a.m. for this. It's like, well, these people got here like
last week.
Last week.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to tell you.
You had the pleasure of enjoying your Thanksgiving at home.
Right.
These people
and then made the choice.
Yeah. These people have been sitting in line. Their wives have brought them their Thanksgiving dinner to the line, and they've been here all for 3 days for this TV.
The amount of
that's 30% off.
I would say most of the actual Black Friday shoppers are pretty reasonable and nice.
I was pretty reasonable as a Black Friday shopper, I think.
Sure.
I came for what I wanted. They didn't have it, and I left. I wasn't upset. It's not like I staked my life on getting that one thing.
Right, yeah. Some people do.
Honestly,
and then you see the freak of it. But someone always gets trampled and killed on a Black Friday. Usually it's at a Walmart, somewhere down south.
Yeah. Black Friday's like a disgrace, man.
I don't mind if people want to do the shopping. I don't like that people are forced to most people don't want to work retail jobs.
Correct.
They have to work retail jobs. That's where you start. You can work your way into middle management. They'll treat you like shit. And you don't get paid enough, but you make more, and you can eventually kind of move up. But the goal isn't to stay in retail your entire life.
Sure.
So these people are already I already feel sorry for them that they have to work at these places.
Well, and because you've been through it.
Yeah.
Even if you were paid substantially, the experience of working at Black Friday is still a shit experience.
Right.
And
I would probably
I worked retail, you worked retail.
Yeah.
We still work in a kind of retail environment.
Service industry.
I mean, it's a service industry job. So, I mean, nothing against the service industry or retail. It's just it is a position that is looked down upon by the public because the public is coming in and spending money.
Well, also they aren't being compensated very well.
Exactly.
If they were making great money and they had the choice to work on Black Friday, that'd be one thing. But it's I didn't know about Black Friday until I already had the job.
Yeah.
So I guess you can make the argument well, you know what you're getting into. But yeah, I really don't.
I never shopped Black Friday until after I had already worked a Black Friday.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why I'm not an asshole on Black Friday.
Yeah.
I don't shop on Black Friday. I mean, I worked today. Today's Black Friday. I worked.
It was weird because working at the store, you'd kind of get a general feel for customers. You kind of get the genre they fit into.
Sure.
I guess. So Black Friday shoppers, you'd have some of those regular people, but then all sorts of weird craziness.
Yeah.
Stuff you could never prepare for.
The people who shop on Black Friday are in their own section.
Yeah, just the crazy people come out of the woodwork.
Yeah.
Fighting over printers. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. It's the name of my new rap album.
Fighting over printers.
Yeah.
One
straight out of Best Buy.
You might have to choose a different name.
All right.
If you're going to sell it.
All right.
We can talk about it. I remember one thing that I didn't like is often the stores would make it shit for us too. They wouldn't make it. They'd be okay, we've got these laptops. They're $200. We're losing $300 every time we sell one.
Yeah.
And I'm okay. And they're so you need to sell all this stuff with it.
Sure. Cable, ink, paper.
Well, I was talking about computers.
Oh, okay.
So you still might need paper, I guess, for your computer.
Well, I thought you meant you were selling these printers
So you
for
can trace
$300 less.
No. They're like laptops.
Okay, laptops.
So like when you sell it, so what they would do is they'd like open the laptops up and then like do some basic shit where we'd uninstall some crap, like do the boot up basically, and then install like some shit they'd need like antivirus. And then we sell that for like $50 more and it's ready to go.
With the antivirus?
Yeah, like it's like a package deal. And I wouldn't want that because I know how to do all that stuff.
Sure.
I will say that it does take a little finesse. Like anyone can boot up a computer, but if you want to like remove the shit software that they throw on to start like all the free trials,
you gotta know how to navigate.
You gotta know what you're looking for. Sure. So there is some value there. It's not just clicking next. We did a little bit more than that. But people would come in and you'd be like, well, all we have left are these ones that we did this thing, so it's $50 more. They're like, well, I don't want to pay $50 more. I'm like, so...
Well, then I can't sell it to you.
I can't sell it to you. And then they get super mad, and then you're like, fuck, okay, well, here, you can have it. Because you're like,
what?
Is this even legal?
Oh, it's totally not anymore.
So...
I mean,
so then you'd give it a. I think it was illegal then too, but because then you'd give it away. Basically, they do this install for free.
Sure.
And it's
because that.
And then the managers come up to me after like, how can we sell that fucking shit? Like we're losing money. I'm like, okay, you see this advertisement? Our corporate office made this advertisement.
Yes.
I did not type this up. I wasn't in here last night typing up deals. I'm going to be like, yeah,
Steven,
$300 off. That's great.
Steven.
Yeah.
Listen, we make these deals so that we can lose money but get the money elsewhere.
Right.
So you need to sell $300 worth of extra crap for each laptop.
See, here's the thing. This suburban mom who has 3 kids and she doesn't love any of them. She got up at midnight after Thanksgiving.
After cooking all day.
And dealing with her 3 shit kids. And then she got in line because she wants a laptop because with the internet, she won't want to kill herself.
Yes.
She does not have any money. She maxed out her credit card and she bought the laptop. And all she wants is the goddamn laptop.
Yeah.
She would never leave her house if it wasn't $300 off.
Yes.
So,
but and I hear that.
She came in and she demanded the laptop. So I gave it to her at the price that we had listed.
Steven, I don't give a fuck.
She was very upset.
I don't give a fuck about her or her 3 kids or her standing out in the cold on this completely optional holiday. We sell $300 off. You need to make up that difference. So on the next laptop, you sell $600 more.
That's reasonable.
And you make up that difference.
Hi, sir. Would you like to buy a laptop today?
Sure. I saw the one in the paper.
Yeah. I wouldn't get that one.
Oh, really?
This one has very similar specs, but it's $300 more.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yes.
Why would I want that one?
Because this one comes with an extended warranty, a USB cable, and antivirus software.
Oh. Well, the cable itself is like only $20. It says it right there.
Yeah, I'm just going to start ringing that up for you.
Okay, I guess.
Great.
This card's filled. Use this one.
Okay, great. See, that would be ideal, but that's not how it happens.
Sure, of course.
Okay, I'll be the customer this
time.
Because
consumers are stupid, but still... No, not stupid. Consumers are, like, they're very wanting. Like, they want the best stuff.
Right.
But they still want to save a buck when they can.
Right. So you be the salesman, I'll be the customer. So I come in.
Yes.
And I've got my...
you got your coupon?
I got my ad.
Oh, okay.
And
the Sunday ad, the special Sunday ad.
I got the Black Friday ad,
doorbuster.
And I have a voucher for the laptop that ensures that I get it. Because I've been standing here all night.
You've been standing in line.
So they gave me a voucher so I can buy it.
Congratulations.
Hey,
we have 3 left.
Great. I'll take one with my voucher.
Absolutely. This one has the...
I brought cash. Here's $300.
Okay, this one has the extra...
I gotta go. My kids are screaming. I gotta get out of here.
This has the extra
Give me the
antivirus,
fucking
though.
laptop.
So it's actually $50
There's
more
like a
for that.
million people in here screaming right now.
So this person has been sitting in line with his kids since midnight?
Sure.
With $300 in his hand?
Of course I have.
Well, you're going to need a USB cord.
I've been wanting this laptop since I saw the ad and realized I could afford it.
You're gonna need
this
a
is
USB
all I can
cable
afford
to be able to run
be
it.
honest, I can't afford it. I can't even afford it. I'm not paying rent this month.
I had to do an advance on my credit card to get this cash.
Yeah. And I was not supposed to be allowed to do that. And they're calling me right now because they knew that I wasn't supposed to do this.
Well, sir,
they
I
want their
understand.
money back.
And this laptop's a great deal.
I need the laptop to get a job.
But
my kid needs to use it for school. All I need is the goddamn laptop. I have to have a computer in this day and age.
But does your kid
There's no
need
fucking-
to print his homework?
He probably will.
So you need to
I don't know how I'm going to do that. I can't handle that right now.
Well, we need to get you a printer then. And
We need a printer. Do you
but
have
this
a
one's
free printer?
$50 off.
I can't afford $50 off.
Okay, this one's a free printer if you buy an extra ream of paper.
I sold. You just lost us $400.
Success.
Making up like deals.
Success.
You just hand them the printer and like don't even ring it up. You're
Yeah.
like, fuck it.
Just get out of here. Just get out. Just go.
And that's like every person you deal with for like 7 hours.
Yeah.
From 3 a.m. to 10.
Yeah.
Not so bad after 10 a.m.
Yeah, after the doorbusters,
Then it's just busy.
but
And then you don't care because you're already numb to the world.
Yeah.
You're already numb. Like when people say, hey, do you have the thing? You go, no. They're like, what do you mean no? It's in the ad. I'm like, yeah, it's gone.
It's sold out.
Have a nice day.
Sorry.
And you don't even say that anymore because you're just dead inside.
Oh, okay.
So, so far spent my Black Friday by staying up as late as I could.
Yep.
And then sleeping in as late as I could.
Yep.
And then playing Skyrim.
Yep. And now we're watching Turtles.
It is my tradition. This is more work than I would like to be doing on Black Friday. Hanging out with my best friend, talking about a cartoon that I love. Is more than I want to be doing on this day because it has such an awful taste in my mouth.
To be fair, me too. That's not a bad thing. That's nothing against you.
No. Well, you're sick too.
Yeah, that's true. I just don't feel very good.
But we're going to get back into it. Or we're going to get into it at all, I guess.
Yes.
Because we haven't. So we open on a train yard.
Yep.
And Shredder...
That's next to a cattle yard.
Right.
Or a cattle cattle
yard.
Cattle yard.
Seems reasonable enough. Train yard, cattle yard.
Yep. They're all
Boat
yards
yard.
here.
We're all
right
yards.
outside the city. Skyscrapers across the way.
Shredder has a plan to get these two chemicals from these two tankers from two separate trains that are coming at the same time.
That when he mixes them together will make the mutagen.
We'll make Shredder's famous mutagen.
Yeah. Step right up and get Shredder's famous mutagen here.
Oh, I was going to do something more like, do you remember a time when a man didn't lie with another man? We do. And we make Uncle Shredder's famous mutagen.
Because it's literally been happening since the dawn of man.
Now we believe in a simple product.
Okay.
We believe in one thing, and that's mutagen. And Uncle Shredder's famous mutagen is the best mutagen around, with only minimal side effects. Uncle Shredder,
but what's in Uncle Shredder's mutagen?
Oh, you one of them goddamn FDA spies?
No. I was like, Uncle Shredder's mutagen is wholesome and made with only 2 simple ingredients.
Mutagen?
Mutagen A and mutagen B.
We mix them together. Dump it on your favorite animal, and he'll be fucking up everything in no time.
Yeah.
I love how Shredder assumes he can just command whatever creature he makes.
Well, it's not. The plan isn't.
It goes off plan, but he still is like...
That's later, though.
It is later, but in his head,
Shredder's...
no matter what happens, he can go up to this creature.
Well, he does it with Bebop and Rocksteady real easily.
Yeah, I would say his hubris is getting to him, though.
Definitely.
He's not...
The plan is to not derail, but to...
They're going to stop him and then just take it.
Stop him and then take the 2 canisters or whatever.
But Bebop and Rocksteady are fighting over the switch and
For no damn reason.
And cause the trains to just slam into each other. First of all,
a spill.
Why were they on the same track going high speed into the station anyway?
Well, they weren't. Maybe they were passing the station.
But they were on the same track.
Well, they were supposed to switch and be not on the same track.
So you'd probably slow down to make sure that happens.
Definitely.
Most trains I see are going like 2 miles an hour when they're in the city.
Or wait to confirm or something that it's...
Yeah. You don't accelerate through the yellow. Shit's like red and they're like, oh, better speed up. It's like, well, the other train's on the same track, but I'm sure the switch is going to switch it in time.
I'm sure they know what they're doing. I'm sure they're not tied up in a chair.
Absolutely asinine. Anyway, because they break the switch off by pulling the switch, which doesn't really make sense.
Well, it was already down.
Oh, is it? Okay, so they overextended it.
Yeah. And they snapped it.
So the
classic lever hijinks.
Classic lever action. Yeah.
Yeah.
The trains end up colliding. The tanks...
really violently.
Yeah. I wrote a note. I put how many people just died.
Yeah, at least the conductors.
At least 2 conductors. Yeah. At the very least.
Plus probably 2 engineers.
Yeah.
So at
maybe
least
more
4
than that.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really fucked up.
It is pretty fucked up. They smash very hard. But the mutagens the chemicals start mixing together and creating the green ooze in the middle.
Mutagen yeah.
Exactly.
Hopefully
one's yellow and one's purple, and that makes green.
That does make green.
Or is it yellow and blue make green? Yellow and blue make green, but
I think yellow and purple make like a weird green.
Definitely. And this is a weird... Oh, no, it is blue.
Okay, it's blue.
Okay,
yeah,
so yellow chemical and blue chemical makes green ooze.
Write that down in your lesson books, children.
Yes.
Please.
Now we go back to the turtle lair.
Turtles are doing great.
Turtles are watching some cowboy thing. This is a very cowboy-themed episode.
They're holding a pizza, but they sure as fuck don't want to tell us what it is.
Oh, it clearly has mushrooms on it,
too. Has mushrooms, and we know it's deep dish, but they don't say the pizza name.
Oh, my God. So upsetting.
Deep dish pizza, to be exact.
Every time. Easy. So many episodes, we've gotten really close to, what are we calling them? Oh, a Mondo Tubuloso episode.
Yeah.
And then the fucking pizza is what dunks us.
Yeah.
We haven't had a pizza
in a while, actually.
I feel like the Cowabungas are kind of spreading out, too. We only had one Cowabunga.
They are. So they get an argument. Michelangelo wants to watch a surfer flick.
No, Mikey wants to watch something more educational, which is really weird.
No, he says a surfer flick.
Maybe that was the joke. He's like, let's watch something more educational, and like the surfing movie is what's educational.
Maybe.
I'm putting it in.
Come on, dudes, give me a break. Let's watch something educational for once. There's a Mondo surfing flick on. Waikiki Wave Walkers. It's totally tubuloso. Here, let me show you.
Touch that dial and your history.
So he says, let's watch something educational for once. And you're like, oh, wow, that's weird coming from Mikey.
But then
it's a surfing thing contest movie.
Do you see the art that Michelangelo has done in the back? He even signed it, Michael.
Yes, it is a fat pear dragon.
That is a very good description. Oh, no, wait. It's not Michael.
It says Shay. Capital C, capital H, capital A, lowercase e, lowercase, I'm assuming H?
I think so.
Or a poorly drawn N.
I'm going to put that.
It's exquisite.
On Twitter.
It's exquisite and tasteful.
Definitely.
Definitely tasteful. Definitely exquisite.
So Splinter hears that they're fighting. Then he comes out and sees that they're all covered in pizza. The nondescript pizza.
Oh, they're having a food fight with a deep dish.
That's a lot of cheese.
It is a lot of cheese.
So they're all covered. It's funny.
And then on the TV, we get the special bulletin from April.
I have a note.
Okay.
They don't even have to change to the news anymore. The news
just
We were trying to decide what to watch.
Sorry, buckaroos, but we have to interrupt our program for this special news bulletin.
the plot literally just goes to them now.
Yeah.
They don't have to tune in at all. Whatever channel they happen to be watching, April will be on it.
Yeah. Channel 6 apparently can now control all the channels.
Yes.
So, yeah, Basil's right. The TV cuts. April's showing the ooze collected on the ground.
Yeah.
Donnie looks at it immediately and
Oh,
goes,
yeah.
"Oh, man, it's those two chemicals will create a powerful mutagen when they mix together."
The mutagen that they used.
Oh, because I can tell what it is by looking at it.
Just by looking at it.
Like, you know how you see clear liquid in a glass on TV and you know that it's not actually water, it's vodka?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or instead of tea, it's whiskey. Because you can tell what a chemical is just by sight on a TV.
Yes.
Yeah. He's really good.
He is a genius like that.
I'm tired of his bullshit genius.
I know. It's really depressing.
It's very upsetting.
Yeah.
We better get in action and go do it. Bebop and Rocksteady don't want Krang or Shredder to get this mutagen because they are like, aren't we good enough for you? Like, do you really need more mutants?
You love us?
Yeah. And it starts this motif that goes throughout the whole episode where Shredder grabs him by the ears.
Yes.
He does it like 4 times.
Yes. Well, he does it originally in the train area, too.
Yeah, so I guess this is the second time even.
Yeah.
Where he like grabs him by the ears and pulls him out like he's... They're really making him more like
Their daddy.
Bebop and Rocks. Yeah, our little kids. And Shredder is dad. It's a tough love.
Yeah. Vern shows up and wants to take the story, and the turtles show up and want to take April out to dinner.
I think we could explain that a little bit better.
Okay.
With April recording on the scene, Vern ends up rolling up on the Channel 6 motorcycle, which is pretty weird to see in its own respect.
Yes.
Like, motorcycles are badass. Normally, badass people are on them. Not people that are like,
Or idiots.
Oh, April. Oh, I believe the story would be better if a professional did it. Oh, I got your camera, boy.
Well, Cranston, I don't think that's accurate. I think there's 2 kinds of people that ride motorcycles.
There's 2 kinds.
Badasses.
Okay, so I covered the first part.
Yeah. And fucking idiots.
And, shit. Well, then he fits perfectly.
Yes. And if you ride a motorcycle, it's up to you to know which one you are.
You have to choose.
It's a very fine line. Figure it out.
Is it that black and white? Is there no middle ground?
There is no middle ground.
Oh, man. What if I'm literally 50-50?
You are not.
What if I was?
Then you would not exist.
Oh, it's just impossible.
You would either not have a motorcycle, or you would be in one of the 2 categories.
See, I thought like anybody could buy a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Like if you just have
But
money,
when
you
you're
could
on
just
a motorcycle,
get one. Yeah.
You're either a badass
or a
a
dumbass.
piece of shit.
I thought you said dumbass.
Dumbass piece of shit.
Okay.
I abbreviated.
You just shortened?
Yes.
Okay. That's fair.
I hope I'm coming in clear enough.
Yeah, you're fine.
With my voice like this.
Yeah, I got you. I got my monitoring headphones on.
Okay.
I got you, boo.
All right, great.
So, I guess they did it just because they needed to stick Vern in.
Did they, though?
They needed to stick Vern in. Vern in.
Great.
I made a little pun on accident. He just takes April's camera
drives
off on the motorcycle
to take pictures of the ooze.
He does it right as the turtles show up. And they're like, April, that's mutagen they're making. So we need to get out of it.
We need to get the fuck out.
We need to just fucking get out. And then Vern's like, or April's like, well, Vern just went over there. And the turtle's like, oh, fuck that guy. That's fine.
Yeah, they say...
I wish. No, instead they're like, oh, I gotta go save him.
Well, we got a fourth wall break.
We did.
Because Raphael says...
Vernon's in that area right now. He could mutate into some grotesque creature.
In Vernon's case, that could be an improvement.
He's definitely looking at us when he says it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Edit point.
Vern is doing his story, and there's two bulls like bashing heads in the background.
Well, first they're licking the ooze together.
Were they?
Yeah. They're like lapping it up.
Oh, shit.
They're mlemming.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, they're mlemming the goo. So it must be delicious, whatever. It's probably slurm.
And it throws them into some kind of rage.
Yeah. They get upset.
They start fighting each other over it, apparently.
They don't even really fight. They just like look each other, then decide to fusion dance.
Yeah. So they combine. That's completely right.
They Mugen Ha. Because they're cows.
Dragon Ball Z. Oh,
yeah,
shit.
dog.
You should do a Dragon Ball Z episode. Nothing would happen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there was more screaming.
Maybe we'll do a Dragon Ball Z movie. I don't know. There's cool. 13 of them.
We just talk about the theme song.
Which one? There's 13 of those too.
Rock the dragon. Dragon Ball Z. I don't remember that part.
Yeah, he screams in the background every time he says Dragon Ball Z in the background. It's more badass, but I don't want to hurt my throat.
That's fair.
It's more rock and roll.
That song got me so excited.
Strum the guitar, Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
They fuse into one giant bull monster with horns coming out of its skin.
All over the place. It also merges its two legs together, so it has one super leg in the front.
It has two legs at first, but it's like...
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, but as it rears up to stomp on Vernon, its two legs fuse together.
Yeah, right now it has four legs. It has
4. Look, it lifts its legs up and it mutates.
Oh, and then he creates the super hoof.
Yeah. Exactly. So this mutant is interesting because it kind of changes to do what it needs to do.
It's like a xenomorphic thing.
Yeah, it's in flux right now.
It ends up hoofing Vern. So Vern's hoofed.
And dead.
No,
he doesn't get touched.
That'd be too much to ask. Would that be too much to ask? For Vern to just die just once?
It would have to be one heck of a finale, man.
So the turtles are like, we gotta improvise.
Just have him die once? Is that what he said?
Just once, man.
And then what? And then he's dead.
Yeah.
But I guess, yeah, you only have to kill him once.
You only have to do it one time, guys.
Yeah, just do it.
Just do it. What's the holdup? Why is it such a big deal? The turtles are thinking like, hey, man, what we need is a diversion. That's what we need. So Raph and Donnie jump up on this train cart that's just sitting there doing nothing.
Yep.
Which seems like it's just in the way.
It's like covered in bricks or something.
They're like boxes and red sheets. Like
covered in red
tarps.
Sheets, yeah.
So they grab a red tarp and start waving it around.
Toro.
Because bullfighters.
Toro.
Bulls see red.
It's classic bullfighting. I'm surprised they didn't zoom into the bull's eyes and show the twirly hypnotic thing. You know what I mean?
And then like the smoke come out of his snout.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. I wonder, I always assume the whole bulls get upset when they see red was a myth.
I think it is.
I think they're just like upset because they've been in this pen while guys have been like slapping them and hitting their balls to agitate them.
Yeah.
And then when they finally get out, there's some asshole waving some shit in this like Liberace outfit in the middle of the arena.
That might be it.
I think that's why.
I think you've decoded it.
I think you could make it any color and the bull would probably still be very upset.
I think red is the classic.
I'm very torn with rodeos, actually.
I think it has to do with like hiding the blood or something.
Oh, that could be it.
I don't know.
So that's the thing, like, bullfighting, they're like stabbing it with swords,
yeah,
and they like stick them in there and leave it there, and that really freaks me out. I'm not into that.
Well, a lot of people aren't.
Yeah,
that's why we don't do it.
But it's still very well. We have rodeos.
Sure,
we don't kill them, but we basically kind of torture them, and then what else are we going to do with them?
Well, so rodeos. I've been to a rodeo a couple years ago.
I've been to many rodeos.
Have you?
I used to go to rodeos all the time.
Well, they don't do the rope under the balls thing anymore, or at least they're not supposed to.
They don't, but still have to assume that, like, basically it doesn't want people on it.
Well, sure, but that's not necessarily like torture.
I'm not necessarily saying it's torture. I'm just saying I don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah.
I guess, is it torture?
I think as long as there's no physical harm coming to them.
At the same time, like, I do feel like I'm better than a cow. Like, I don't think that means we need to go out and slaughter all of them.
I think you're better than a cow too.
Yeah. Like, if they were saddling people and doing it, I'd be very upset. But they're cows.
What if they were doing it to dolphins?
See, now we're kind of, yeah, it's like, where's the line?
Well, you've seen that poster. You've seen that billboard, haven't you?
Which one?
There was like that billboard that was like a PETA billboard. That was like a dog, a cat, a pet bird, and like a hamster, and then like a chicken, and then like a pig and a cow. And it's like, okay, where do you draw the line?
Oh,
and
yeah.
Someone took a picture of it and like drew a line. I was like, right about here.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
See, I've seen cows in the wild. They're very unintelligent animals.
Correct.
They're very ornery. They're lazy. Like, I guess, like,
they're like dumb Americans.
Yeah, collecting that welfare. I guess I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it.
Well, let's work through it.
So part of me is like, well, I already saw it, people have been doing this for a long time.
Sure.
But then at the same time, it's like, is this necessary? Like, do we need to do this to these animals?
Well, no, it's not. I mean, that's the fact. It's not necessary.
I've hunted. I eat meat. I'm comfortable taking an animal's life if it means that I'm going to eat it. I don't believe in killing for sport.
Okay.
I would kill an animal to take the meat.
See, but there's some people that would say that that's not even necessary. And that you waste part of the animal anyway.
Well,
like you don't do stuff with the bones, or you don't do stuff with the hair or the leather.
Sure, I keep the hides. I've kept hides, and I've used the leather.
Okay.
I've had that.
But I mean, like,
had it tanned.
If there's any waste, then an argument could be made.
So, I guess what I would say is, like, where's the waste? It's like, let's say that I didn't kill it. It's still going to die.
Sure.
And when it dies, it's either going to go back to the earth, or it's going to go back to the earth through another animal, like a carnivore or a parasite. That's the same thing that happens with the stuff that I can't use.
Yeah.
Other life is going to consume it, whether it's the soil, like microorganisms, or it's another animal.
Mm-hmm.
If I can kill it in a way that I find respectful, I've made peace with that. I would argue that it's considerably more humane to go out and hunt than it is to get meat off the shelf in a store.
I agree with you there. Plus, it's not. Yeah, maybe even if it's not more humane, like you can treat an animal killed for grocery store purposes very humanely.
Sure.
But,
most aren't.
But it's less wasteful.
Yeah.
Overconsumption, overconsumerism, that kind of stuff. There's hundreds of pounds per store per day that go to waste. Probably,
sure.
Yeah.
Or just the food people buy and don't eat.
Oh, sure. Well,
I can tell you that
was it France that passed the law recently that all like grocery stores have to donate the food that they're going to throw out?
I think that sounds right.
I think it was France.
It's one thing I really liked
for them.
about Trader Joe's is they donate a lot of food.
That's good.
Really good. I'm all about that.
Yeah.
I think vegans and vegetarians I probably have a little more respect for when they say they are anti-hunting. Because if you're going to tell me like hunting is wrong, but then you're going to go to a store and buy a hamburger, like the cheap hamburger.
Yeah. That's even worse.
You don't really have a leg to stand on.
Yeah.
So I've just kind of accepted it that I'm going to eat other living things.
It's my favorite part.
Which I think
eating.
I think makes me respect that facet a lot more. I respect the animal. Like I realize that I took a life to get it, and I need to eat it all. Basically,
a dumb honorary life.
Right. Like I said, I wouldn't take a person's life, but I would take a cow's life. You know,
every day. He makes that decision every day.
Every day when I get into that car, and I put my
and he puts his foot to the pedal.
And I put my foot to the pedal. I know that cows are going to die.
He makes the decision to run over a cow and not a person.
It is why I got the special front end and the tires specifically for cow killing. I have a vegan friend that hunts actually.
Wow.
Yeah, he doesn't eat it because eating meat is wrong. But yeah, killing it's fine.
Yeah. What does he do with it?
What do you mean?
What does he do with the meat?
I don't know. He probably fucks it. So back to the turtles. They're using these wily plans and like waving red sheets.
Well, they can't fucking stop it. It's a monster.
They can't. Yeah, they can't fucking stop it. They haven't tried to stop it.
No,
is the point I'm trying to make.
Well, they made it smash into a pile of bricks or whatever,
and then now they're getting cornered, and now they're like, "What are we gonna do?" And Mikey grabs a piece of fucking wood off of a train and holds it like a sword. They have swords.
They have actual swords.
They have actual weapons and actual ninja training.
He says...
Did they forget?
They always forget.
It's stupid. Have a fight.
I think he's doing that to, like, scare the bull. Like,
I think, one, he's doing it because he doesn't have nunchucks anymore.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I think they're just like, okay, well, Mikey's serious about fighting. It's like, well, maybe he should carry around a weapon.
No.
Or be like, hey...
No nunchucks allowed.
Hey, Leo?
Yeah.
Could I borrow one of your swords, man?
I'm kind of a two-sword kind of guy.
I know you've got two swords, but you don't always use two swords, and I need a weapon. Well, maybe you could just take out your two swords then, and maybe you could fight the thing then if you don't want to give me a sword.
Well, I don't feel like this is I mean, you were taking point on this. So
okay,
really, you
I don't have anything, though.
Well, why'd you leave the lair without your nunchaku?
Okay, Raph, your sai, do you want to get in there with your sai, maybe?
Sorry, buddy, this is a you thing.
Then can I have one? Can I borrow one of your sai?
I don't like people borrowing my sai.
I know.
These are my sounding sai. I don't like people borrowing
I know what they're for, and I don't even want to touch it, but this is important.
I think be resourceful.
I'm willing to touch it.
Be resourceful.
It's very warm.
Get your hand off my sai.
Oh, sorry. What if I move it over here? You like that?
No! There's a bull bearing down on us.
Fine, we'll
figure it out.
Hit it with your staff, Donnie.
Sorry, Michelangelo. You got us in this mess.
Okay.
You got to get us out.
Think, Mikey. Think. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Ninja? No. oh, fuck, there's wood. I got all the wood in the world. We'll use wood!
You figured it out.
He just waves it around.
Yeah, he does.
None of them try fighting it at all.
How are you going to fight it?
Stab it!
Yeah.
Later on, they jump on top of it.
And he whacks it with his sword.
Sword. It doesn't do anything, but he didn't try.
He just pisses it off.
He also, he could try stabbing instead of, hitting.
He could.
Or slicing.
Yeah.
Like, using the sword like he should.
So Shredder reappears in his module, and this is what we were talking about earlier, where he comes up to the bull and says, basically, here's a clip.
You will obey my commands. Man over beast, that is the natural order of things.
He starts barking orders at the bull, like the bull is just automatically going to listen to him.
For a sec, I thought it was going to work.
It seemed like it because Shredder's so fucking confident about it.
Yeah, he was.
It doesn't do anything, though.
No, it doesn't.
He yells at it for 20 seconds and points, sternly, you will listen to me, you son of a bitch. It does not. It does not listen to him.
And so he runs away.
So he runs away, and so do the turtles.
And it's lumbering after them on his. Oh, we should point out that it keeps mutating a little bit. So its horns grew.
Oh right, yeah. When they get the turtles cornered, its main frontal horns. Horns, antlers? I don't think they're antlers.
No, they're horns.
They're horns. The frontal, but there's so many horns.
Yeah, but the main one, a normal bull would have.
Normal head horns.
Yeah. They grow.
Increase in size.
Yeah, and they get sharper and longer.
So I was incorrect. I did forget. The turtles do hatch a plan. They don't use their weapons. Still, it's great.
They get on a crane. Donatello gets in a crane, and the other
Do we mention that Donnie has a weird-ass voice again?
You did not.
Donnie has a weird-ass voice again.
Correct. We've mentioned it. So,
and it's very Donnie-heavy, this episode.
Yeah. All the episodes that they switch voice actors, they focus on that one character. So weird. It's
maybe the
decision.
regular voice actor's oh, that's a lot of lines. I got
get my double in here.
Hey, I can't come in today.
Oh man, sorry, you're gonna have to find another Donatello.
Yeah, you're gonna need another one. I don't feel good.
That's the excuse I used today.
Today?
But I still went.
You called in to work and said you couldn't come in just to see if you get away with it?
No.
But then you just came in anyway?
I knew that you weren't there today. There's a line where he says, where he's telling Bebop and Rocksteady to, go get the animal.
Bring the beast to me.
Just my luck. Yeah, I left my cattle prod in my other suit.
Cowards! Must I do everything myself?
Sounds good to me.
I thought that was funny.
It was, yeah. It does make me want to, Shredder, why do you still put so much faith in these boys? I think it literally is because he's too proud of them.
Yeah, I think so.
He actually sees their picture and he has a single tear.
So let's talk about Donnie's plan here.
Donnie's plan. Yeah, Donnie's crane plan. He orders the turtles to tie the end of the crane into a lasso.
Good thing he's not the leader of the group.
Good thing he's not. Right. And then he gets in the crane and he starts whipping the crane around fast enough that it turns it into a lasso.
Yep.
And then he perfectly throws it and gets it around the bull's neck.
Correct. And it pulls it for a minute.
It does pull it for a minute.
And then it stops pulling it.
Well, because the bull is able to basically make it the line taut and then flip over the whole fucking crane.
Yeah. This thing is powerful as fuck.
They've tried everything but just trying to kill it.
Yeah.
It seems like that's the easy answer.
There's a great part where Bebop, Rocksteady, and April are hiding in a train car.
Yeah.
And Shredder's hands just come through the top of it.
Punches through the fucking ceiling.
Oh my god, it's so great.
Grabs Bebop and Rocksteady and just pulls them out the fucking roof.
So good.
I think that's one, unfortunately, you really have to see it to appreciate.
Yeah.
But it's pretty amazing. There's a lot of plots in this series where by simply killing something, they make their lives a lot simpler.
Yeah, but in this show, they're not killers.
Well, I think they should be.
Well, I agree, but they're not.
Yeah, I get that's my point. I know they're not. I think they should.
Mm.
That's how I feel about it.
So
the
bull mutates so that
there's so much time focused on this fucking bull.
Yeah, well, it's the main bad guy.
It's not great.
It's a monster.
It's a monster.
It splits in two.
Yeah.
It splits into two giant bulls.
It recorners the Turtles and Shredder's gang.
Yep.
And then it basically...
I think it's interesting. It splits into a bull with 3 legs and a bull with 4 legs.
Yeah. It is weird. I don't know how it splits anyway.
Well, it was originally 2 bulls anyway.
Originally, you're right. It was 2 bulls.
So why not?
We'll get to that. Why not?
Oh, I know. Yeah.
At first, I thought he got hit, like he hit a transformer or something.
No, yeah, like he was getting electrocuted.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, the electricity's making him more powerful, but it turns out he was just morphing.
Yeah, into 2.
So now they're fighting 2, and everyone decides the best course of action is to run away.
So Shredder runs away.
And the first thing the Turtles do is finally Leo gets out his sword.
Yeah.
April is standing on this pile of pipes recording.
That's like strapped.
He cuts the strap and these giant metal pipes just like collapse under her. She'd be fucking dead.
I know.
They would have smashed her. One would have just come up and like hit her in the chin and she'd be gone. It's scary. It freaked me out.
The bull has run towards the city.
Why does April come back to the studio?
To get a new camera.
Oh, her camera's busted.
And also for this joke.
Oh, right. Vern is upset. And he's basically hiding in his office at the news station.
Because a giant bull tried to kill him.
And
April says...
Irma's asking about his well-being.
Sure, she's concerned.
And it's like super nice. And then April's like, well, why don't you try making him some more milk? It always calms me down. And then like
she's like spitting it through her teeth though.
Doesn't wink or anything. But Irma's just like, oh, okay, yeah, maybe he'll like that. I'll go try that. So she goes and she gets some milk, but they're out, so she has to run down to the little store at the bottom of the building. She buys some milk. She goes up, she pours in a glass, she heats it up. She checks it. She does that thing where it's too cold.
You do every 30 seconds in the microwave and you stir to make sure it's evenly heated.
Yeah, exactly. It's still too cold. She puts it back in. It's too hot, so she lets it cool off a little bit.
She puts in like a little dash of vanilla and maybe some sugar to melt into it so it's nice and sweet.
She puts it on a plate for nice presentation.
Yeah.
She takes it in to Vern's office and she's like,
this whole thing takes like 45 minutes.
She's like, Vern, I brought you something. And he's basically like, oh, milk, 'cause cows and bull accident. And then Irma comes back out covered in the milk. I hope it's milk.
Maybe he really did like it.
Maybe he really liked it. I just felt bad for Irma.
Yeah.
I don't think I was supposed to. Like, I think I was just supposed to go, oh, that's a stupid joke and move on.
Yeah.
But the whole time I'm like, wow, that's super nice. And then Vern did that, and I'm like, that fucking asshole.
Yeah, well, at least he's true to form.
I wanted to stand up for Irma.
Stand up for Irma.
That's also a great band name.
I stand with Irma.
I stand with Irma. If we ever sell merch, that's got to be a shirt, right?
Definitely.
Yeah. It'd be like a sexy Irma. Oh, the dynamic
we have a fourth wall break.
Weird. We do. You're right. We have so many.
We have one in the turtle lair. Donatello's explaining that the cow isn't stable, and then Raphael looks to the audience and says, "Some joke about stables." It's like not even. It's like an anti-joke.
I think you should just leave your version, and I think yours is better.
Okay. Like anti-joke. It's not even funny. It's like
It's not.
Oh, I hope there's not a joke coming up about a bunch of cows and a stable.
it's like what I was saying, hanging a lampshade.
What?
Remember I told you that term a few weeks ago.
Oh, yes, you did.
It's like just because you made fun of the bad joke that you were gonna make doesn't mean that it's okay that you made a bad joke.
Right.
Yeah.
I still think it's interesting that Shredder thinks that he can tame animals just by screaming at them.
Oh, yes.
You know?
I mean, I can.
Well, that's how... So I spent a lot of time in eastern southern Oregon.
Bangladesh.
In Bangladesh, and I was actually... I would domesticate wild horses.
Interesting.
And that's the number one rule.
You scream at them.
You scream and you point and you demand that they do what you tell them to.
And you tell them where they are on the food chain.
I explain it. I have a chart. And sometimes I have them take a seat and I get out the PowerPoint. I got a little projector.
And then they swear their allegiance to you and sign.
They sign, right. I get that notarized.
Well, you have a notary with you.
I come prepared. I learned the hard way.
Horses don't like it when you don't come prepared.
Well, I don't want to waste their time either.
Well, yeah, I mean, leadership is about mutual respect.
Correct.
You demand their obedience, but in return, you won't disrespect them.
No, of course not. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a two-way street.
I am a generous God.
Yes. Quite.
Now, beast, you will find and kill the turtles, because you know what that means.
Okay. Wilbur.
That was the other thing that Shredder was doing. As he was yelling at the cows,
he was giving very specific instructions.
He was telling them, don't attack me, attack the turtles.
Yeah.
And he didn't point or anything. Like this mutated cow is just supposed to go, oh man,
well, maybe he was
I have the intelligence of 2 cows. This is great.
Well, 2 bulls, 4 cows.
So confused.
We'll get there later.
So first Shredder and Krang are having this fight at the beginning of the episode where with this mind control potion, like Shredder better not use it against Krang.
What mind control potion?
The mutagen.
The mutagen army.
Mind control potion. It's the same shit.
Basically.
Same shit, different color.
The idea is Krang was going to make an army of mutants, and Shredder's idea was that he was going to overthrow Krang with the mutagen monster, with the giant bull.
And Krang chews him out. He's like, hey man, you better not try to fuck with me with this.
Yeah.
Like, I know what I'm doing.
Because I can fuck with you more.
And I can fuck with you more. So they're like at this battle, and then halfway through the episode, Shredder comes back, and he's like, I can't control the cow. I need you to help me. Wah! Krang's like,
I knew you would, so I rigged this up.
Well, I know, sweetie. He's just like a mother dealing with their child that thinks they can do anything.
Yeah.
But you still want to be supportive because you love them. I got you some hot cocoa, milk, and cookies. You can wrap this blanket and sit by the fire. And then as soon as you're ready, we'll have you come out and I'll give you this ring. The ring will let you take control of the animal.
So it's a giant hula hoop.
Right. It's one of those like bull nose rings.
It's kind of what Bebop is wearing.
But it's giant. It is what Bebop's wearing.
But giant.
But gianter. And he hula hoops with it. Great.
He does.
And there were some more jokes.
Someone says the word show off. Oh,
show off.
Never mind. I know where that is.
So the mayor is telling everyone to stay inside.
It's not the mayor.
What?
That was a news report.
The news reporter was saying that the mayor advises.
Okay, good point.
So the mayor is telling everyone to stay inside because there's a giant monster out.
Yes.
It seems like we should see that emergency broadcast more often.
Oh yeah, every week.
Like probably even more than that.
There's a crazy vigilante and giant and cars driving themselves. Stay indoors.
I think it's...
Hold on, let me flip through my book.
Go ahead, flip through it real quick.
Hold on a second.
In my opinion, it's just like a lazy excuse to not ever draw people because that's more time and money. So they just have April point out that no one's in the city. And then right as she does that, the mayor's aide, or like a reporter comes out and goes, the mayor said, stay inside.
There's an alien from another world stealing people and things. Stay indoors.
Yeah.
There's a fucking... there's a obelisk buried under some place, some university, that'll destroy the world. Stay indoors. There's a giant mutant turtle who thinks he's a character from the Three Musketeers. Stay indoors.
How about there's a fucking drill thing that comes up
every so often
oversawn with a man in spikes comes out, and he leads this giant warthog person and this giant rhino person and starts committing felonies.
Stay indoors.
Stay indoors. Where's the National Guard?
Good point.
Yeah. Donnie knows, because he does, that he needs to make an atom smasher.
No, the university has an atom smasher.
He needs to use an atom smasher from the university.
He needs to tweak it a bit.
To turn the cow back to normal before it stays that way forever.
Correct.
And keeps mutating until it reaches its ultimate form and devours the universe.
Correct. It is the beast with a million backs.
You liked this joke.
Yes.
They're wondering where the bull went.
He said, "Where if you were a giant bull, where would you be?"
And then we cut to Dish City.
And he says, "Oh, of course, a giant china shop."
Yeah, they go in and...
Which is hilarious.
Yeah. It's just a warehouse stacked with plates.
Yeah. So the bull is in there, and a bull in a china shop. We got it.
Yep.
And he knocks over a tower of plates.
And he just acts a damn fool.
And Leo catches a bunch, like he's spinning plates on his swords.
Right.
And Raph does a fourth wall break. He says, "Don't you just hate it when they show off like that?"
Right. Isn't there another fourth wall with Mikey at the end of this
yes.
at the end of this part?
They smash around for a bit, though, first.
They smash around for a bit.
I don't even remember the point of this, because then they run away.
Yeah, they try to capture it. It doesn't work.
Yeah. Shredder and Bebop and Rocksteady run after it, and so do the Turtles, but Mikey stays to smash a little teacup.
Oh, right, and then he says...
there, now it's a perfectly matched set.
Let me just put it in.
Fourth wall break.
There, now it's a perfectly matched set.
Yeah, that's a lot.
They got to chase after the bull. So they got to get on their cheapskates. And as they're riding down on the cheapskates, we get a cowabunga.
Cowabunga! With the accent on cow.
We do.
I'm so panicked.
From Michelangelo.
Of course.
And there's this great shitty scene of the bull running.
Oh my god, it's so repetitive.
Yeah,
and poorly drawn.
It's like old Scooby-Doo bad.
Yes.
Where it like keeps looping.
But it's not a perfect loop.
Right. And it shows the cow being chased.
Yeah.
Shredder uses a giant salt lick that conceals Rocksteady in it.
And yeah, it's a pile of salt. It's not even like a salt cube.
So the cow runs up and he starts licking the salt. Then Rocksteady jumps up and clips the...
I feel like you could have controlled it just with salt.
Yeah.
You didn't even need any super machinery.
Well, now he has remote control, though.
This part is great. So Shredder is using the remote and is about to control the monster. And April says, "Don't worry, I'll protect this thing," and just runs her van into the van that Shredder's standing on.
Yeah.
You could.
Don't worry, I'll stop him. And it just cuts to her like smashing into the side.
Yeah,
of Shredder's truck, his salt truck.
Super great.
I don't know what the fuck she was doing.
Yeah, she could have just killed him. Been done with it right there,
or killed her.
Yeah.
She comes fly. He just comes flying
Honestly,
through
I'd
the
have been
windshield.
happy with either at this point.
She just goes flying through the windshield and lays there motionless.
Yeah.
And it just plays the same shitty music while the camera stays on her. And it just keeps showing April's lifeless body. Oh, man.
All right.
Mikey ends up...
Mikey says, don't worry, I'll turn on the machine.
So he just runs his cheapskate
into like a staircase
and
flies face first into the lever.
And accidentally...
Perfect aim.
Yeah. I don't know what they were going for.
That's what he was going... Apparently, that's what he was doing.
Apparently, that was his move because it was successful. But it's confusing because...
Because it worked?
Because it worked.
Yeah.
Oh, crap, my pop filter's been right on the mic.
God damn it.
I might be a little poppy.
Can't you hear it?
Not really.
Yeah.
I can't hear my own voice too well.
So, there's whimsical magic happening in the Atom Smasher.
Here's the confusing part.
This is very confusing.
We've been kind of putting little
hinting.
little dips and dabs during the episode so far.
Yeah.
It started off as two bowls, kind of
mutated into one monster.
Mutagen ha'ing. If you don't know what that means, they merged into one. Super Bowl. The Super Bowl. And then at the end, they turn it back and it turns into 4 bowls.
4 cows. 4 female cows.
Don't they have antlers? I mean, horns? They have horns?
Oh, I guess.
No, they're all bulls.
Are you sure they're all bulls?
Yeah.
Hold on, go back.
Okay.
Those aren't cows?
No, those are bulls.
Don't count.
They're young bulls.
Oh.
They're like yearlings.
And then the last one has slightly longer.
He's full size, yeah.
So yeah, they turn into 4 less old bulls.
They turn into 4 things they definitely weren't to start.
Correct.
Which is really what the confusion is.
They've created life.
And that's it.
That's it.
That's the episode. That's it. It's a real winner this time.
Oh shit, I just realized why this shit has been so weird for the whole fucking time.
Well, let's talk about it in a second.
Sequence directors. Look at the first name.
John Kafka-esque.
It's very Kafka-esque, this entire series.
That's great. This is written by the bros. Were they Ethan bros? The Eden bros.
The Edens.
Eden's bros. Bros Edens. So blame them.
Yeah.
Pizza power.
Pizza power!
Can I recap it for us?
Do you want to do it?
I want to do a recap.
All right. Better be lightning recap.
I'm not going to lightning recap.
What the fuck? I want a lightning recap.
Well, you can't always have what you want.
Dude, this segment is the lightning recap. If you're not going to do it, I'll do it.
All right, I'll do it. I'll do a lightning recap.
Okay, go.
Okay. 2 trains crash into each other. Mutagen comes out. Cows eat the mutagen, form into Super Cow, Super Bowl. Shredder tries to control it. Doesn't work. Turtles can't fight it because they forget how to use their weapons and ninja powers. They end up chasing it. Shredder mind controls it. I don't know why that stopped working when it didn't seem like he did anything in the first place. And then they press the switch. The bull turns back into 4 bulls that it wasn't even in the first place. And that's it.
Fantastic. Good job. Cranston.
Yeah.
Was this a good episode or a bad episode?
I don't think it was a good episode.
So what do you mean, though?
I mean, it's a bad episode.
Oh, hell shot.
The cow premise started okay, but the fighting was weak. And my God, did they focus on the fighting. 3/4 of the episode was just them fighting the bull very lazily.
Yeah.
The animation production was very low, with looping scenes and basically just running from the bull the whole time. And then the only resolution we get is confusing and upsetting. They basically just flip this switch, and then that fixes everything, but not even in the right way. What do you think, Basem?
I think it was a good episode.
Cowabunga!
Oh, shit. Yeah, hit me with it. Convince me.
Well, I don't want to convince you, but I'll tell you why I think. I like when we can see effects of the mutagen. I like that it was like a mutating monster that was continuously getting more difficult.
I'll give you that. It would have. They could have definitely done it more with it.
Yeah, I like when they come up against a force of nature like that, like something that's incredibly powerful.
I just wish that they did more with it, like made it more threatening.
Well, it was very threatening. The resolution was simple,
but they didn't show it as threatening because
sure they did. It was every plan they tried just was basically to keep their own skin.
But they were shit plans.
Sure, but that doesn't mean that the cow is any less threatening.
I think so. I think that it would show the cow as more threatening if they tried some shit that made sense and then it didn't work.
Well, it made sense in this universe.
I think it's just agree to disagree on that.
Yeah, sure. I mean, that's fine. But I liked Mutagen. I liked the Bebop and Rocksteady parts. I like Krang.
I did like the fatherly Shredder and pulling the ears of Bebop and Rocksteady all the time.
And I like that the turtles were pretty good this episode, except for Raph was ridiculous.
And Donnie was weird the whole time.
Yeah, just his voice.
His voice.
He was written the same.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So, we did have a Cowabunga this episode. That was cool.
Cowabunga!
Yeah, it was.
And then we also had a fourth wall break, and that was cool. And then we had a fourth wall break, and that was cool. And then we had a fourth wall break, and that was cool.
And then we had another fourth wall break, and then it was getting exhausting.
That was all right, yeah.
So we had 4 fourth wall breaks.
With the way Donnie, or Raph, acts, it's very hard to tell what's a fourth wall and what's not. And it is getting a little tedious trying to figure out which one is and which ones aren't.
Yeah. So we have the hardest time with him.
I think he thinks he's Johnny Carson and he just says puns to no one all the time.
Correct.
He just says it to an audience, but I don't think he necessarily is speaking to us.
Yeah.
It's a lot of levels here.
It's very Kafka-esque.
Oh, man. So we're going to be eating a peanut butter and pickle.
We said we were going to do it this week, but I just feel so terrible right now.
It just didn't work out right.
Yeah.
We're going to do it, though.
Yeah.
You know us. We got time. And they're not giving us more pizzas, so I feel like we need to spread it out anyway.
Yeah.
So the ones that are up for vote right now are chocolate sprinkles pizza, tofu and the fresh shrimp, anchovy topped with the chocolate fudge, and hot fudge and anchovy pizza.
Yeah, and then after that, we have marshmallow and pepperoni, deep dish oatmeal pizza with grapefruit topping, grape jelly, wonton and lox pizza, peanut butter and clams.
Oh, that's going to be a good one.
And chocolate chili pizza.
I actually would try chocolate chili.
I would too.
I'd make kind of a mole thing.
Yeah.
So
Hey, you want to read some stuff?
I do, but I want to let people know that you can vote on that pizza and we'll eat it.
Yeah, down in the episode description, there's a link to the straw poll. To go copy and paste that link into a browser. Or click it if you have that capability.
Just click it if you can.
Yes.
What you're going to need to do is you're going to need to transcode that onto a piece of paper. Take that piece of paper. You're going to need to take it to your grandma's house. You're going to need to log in to Ask
AOL
Jeeves.
browser.
get on Ask Jeeves, and in the search bar, type in the web address. Now, the first result is probably an ad, but the second result should be the straw poll.
Yes.
Yeah, you said we have some correspondence. Come on into the correspondence corner. Yeehaw. That's our new theme song.
Great.
Come on down to the correspondence corner. Yeehaw.
I'm going to put a whip noise behind it.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
And maybe like some ding.
No. Just a whip noise.
Just try it.
Just a whip noise.
Just try it.
Okay, I'll try it. We have a review from Canada on iTunes.
We have a review from Canada.
Yeah. It's
Canada.
From Ebby the Alien.
Low. From who?
Ebby the Alien.
Ebby the Alien.
5 stars.
Thanks, bro.
Says, loving this podcast. One of the funnest podcasts around. Wow. Turtle Power.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Cool. You sound like a cool dude.
You're in the Cool Dude Club.
Welcome.
Yeah. And Samuel the Boss 1. Because boss is capitalized. Samuel the Boss 1. I
don't think he's actually the boss.
Well, but it's in all caps. You can't just put it in all caps.
But he had to put the 1 though.
Well, yeah, because he's the number 1 boss.
That makes me think that there's someone that's just the boss.
You telling me there's another Samuel the Boss?
Why else would he put the 1?
Because he is the first boss. He is the one and only.
But you don't have to put the 1 if you're the first.
You don't have to, but you do.
Why not put 0?
He's not a 0. He's the boss.
Why not 0.1?
What the fuck is 0.1?
It's before 1.
10% of 1.
But it's before 1.
On a number line?
Yeah.
Anyway. He gave us 5 stars.
Oh, thanks.
The title of his review is Family Friendly.
Yes.
He says, a great podcast that both younger and older audiences will find entertaining. And then in parentheses, great for kids.
Yes. Daddy, I would have listened to the Turtle podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It has the little E next to it. Doesn't that mean it has bad words?
I don't know, Dad.
Well, hold on. Let me check the reviews.
Okay. Does anyone say that it's kid-friendly?
Well,
approved?
actual Samuel the Boss 1 says it is.
He sounds important.
He sounds important. It sounds like he could be the number 1 boss.
Or he's number 2 because he had to add the 1.
You kids these days.
Well, you don't know, Daddy. That's all I'm saying. Is
I don't. But if
you don't know, you just admitted it. Daddy.
Here's the thing: if he's one of the bosses, then I think we can at least take his word.
He's still an upper echelon.
Yeah,
I get it, Dad.
So I think you can listen to it. Sure.
Great, Dad. What's a Craig hole?
Oh, wait a second.
Jiggle a dingus, Dad. Can I say a dingus?
No.
Okay. This episode was probably okay for kids.
Yeah.
Minus all the weird real talk we did about killing animals.
Hey,
where do kids cry?
Well, I think we're very respectful. We weren't talking about killing, my cat or something that I love very much.
I try to be respectful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People have different views.
I'm curious if we're gonna.
Honestly, I think it's important for kids to maybe not young kids, but for kids to understand that people view things different ways.
Oh, sure.
And that you have to come up with your own viewpoint.
Yeah.
But you can't come up with your own viewpoint if you're
hear
just
all the sides.
Yeah, exactly. We have a couple of correspondents on Twitter. Aaron, that's at magical_Aaron.
Magical Aaron, magical Aaron. Basem can no longer speak.
I cannot.
He used the very last of his energy on that.
And it was not even worth it.
No, it wasn't.
It didn't even come out right.
I'm so sorry, but you wanted it to work so bad.
Did it sound all right?
It sounded, yeah, buddy.
See, now my voice is broken.
That's great.
Okay.
It was real great.
She says.
She. How do you know it's a she?
Because Aaron is spelled with an E, and her icon on Twitter was a cute girl.
That's cool.
Or
but
like an anime thing.
Just don't assume gender, shitlord. Anyway, what was that?
She says, "Hi guys, I love the show and I love the turtles. So presumably she loves this cartoon that we watch and she loves the characters in that cartoon. She doesn't like our podcast. She says,
"Well, say that again." I like the turtles and I like the show.
Yeah, I love the show and I love the turtles.
No, she loves the turtles and she loves the podcast.
I know. I was being a silly goose.
Well, you say that, but...
Okay. She says, FYI, Donnie is the best turtle and Irma is the best girl. Yeah, I said it. Fight me.
Well...
Name the time and place, bitch!
Well, what do you think? Who do you think is the best turtle, Basem?
Me? I like Leonardo's my favorite.
You're still with Leo?
Yeah. And Irma is the best girl, though.
She is, yeah. I wish they'd do more interesting things with her.
Yeah.
I would take Irma
or at least
over
make April less stupid.
Yeah, I would take Irma over April any day.
In this show.
So we don't need to fight there.
I think it's important that...
Donnie is definitely up there for my favorite turtle,
top
too.
4, definitely.
Yeah. He's in my top 2. Sometimes it's Mikey, but then I get upset. And then sometimes it's Raph. Donnie's probably the most consistent, so it sounds like we're going to be fucking not fighting. Should we say that?
Yes.
Okay. Let's make love, not war.
Magical Aaron. Magical
Gonna have
Aaron.
a good old-fashioned street fucking.
Street fucking. Turbo edition.
Turbo edition.
Oh, man. Yeah, you want to fuck me right in the pussy? Sure you can.
Oh, man. Well, there goes that thing for, we could say it's for kids now.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to put that E back on this one.
Juan Cardenas.
Juan. He's my favorite Juan.
At J Cardenas 1128.
Is it Juan 128? Or is it
It must be.
1128? It's Juan 128.
Come on, Juan. You missed the opportunity.
Damn it, Juan. I'm so
I'm going to have you read
now.
this one because I can't do the voice
Oh,
right
that's
now.
fine. Whoa.
The following is not necessarily the viewpoint of Turtle
I don't
Power
know
Pod.
if I want to read political shit.
But it's so funny.
Just say it. Yeah.
We've been political on the show.
That's true. This is the opinion of Juan Cardenas. Hey, do you love America but hate logic? Then come on down to Trumporium. Can't read, hate ethics, no prob.
Hate ethnics.
Oh, ethnics.
Basically, he said he posed us a very funny Trump-hating joke.
Yes.
In Cranston's
and then
voice.
I had to do it in my voice, so now it's my Trump-hating joke.
Yes.
And that offends me.
That offends you. At Turtle Power Pod.
.com. Not yet. Could have our own website one day. Why not?
Yeah.
Right now, we are spending money to put this out.
Yeah, we is.
So a website is not going to happen.
Yeah.
But maybe one day.
So, let me give some news updates real quick. Our 1-year anniversary for the show is coming up.
Damn!
And
that's awesome.
We have something planned, kind of. I don't want to get too specific on the air, but if anyone is wanting to help us out with kind of a small project and put in some time and do a little bit of editing for us, this would be pro bono. But shoot us an email. If not, we have something else in the works anyway. But if you guys if someone out there wants to help us out and kind of, we'll give you a shout out and everything like that too. Just email us at turtlepowerpod@gmail.com.
I don't want to scare anybody, but there is a super secret cool dude club.
Yes, that's true.
And I can't talk about it right now.
Yeah. But we'll get to that.
But it exists.
Just saying.
Just saying it's out there.
Yeah. Who knows?
Is that going to wrap it up for us?
You can find us on Twitter at TurtlePowerPod. You can find us on Facebook.com/TurtlePowerPod. These go up on YouTube. The link is down below. We are also now on Google Play. If that is easier for you to get notifications when this comes out, for you to download it.
I am so happy we're on Google Play. You have to apply for this, and it's taken forever.
I don't know why it took so long. There was some weird... It was in the stages when it was still in the beta to get podcasts on there.
My humble opinion, Google Play is the best place to listen to podcasts.
Really?
Yeah, you can manage it very easly. The interface is very easy.
I like the notifications part.
The notifications part is just very clean.
Yeah.
So definitely, if you're an Android user, check it out.
Search Turtle Power Pod, you'll find us on there.
If you're listening from a smartphone, check it out.
Yeah. Was that it?
Well, Basem, if you enjoy his voice, you might like it more when he uses his voice and Sarah's voice from It's a Duck Blur on a voice show that they have together, where they voice their opinions on WikiHow articles, and they challenge themselves to do it and then rate each other on how proud they are of each other's voices.
It's a podcast called Wiki How We Do It, and it's also on Google Play.
Check it out.
And iTunes and everything like that.
And we love you a whole bunch.
Yeah, we do.
Turtle Power! Sorry you don't feel well, Basem.
That's okay.
You feel good now?
Better now that I don't have to talk.